Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a cloudy, dreary Saturday afternoon here in Salem, Oregon, but I'm here anyway. Welcome to Bethea's Byte Reloaded. I am Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw. I am honored to have you all here with me. It is good to be here. Bethea's Byte, as always, is the home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served. Now, what I have on the docket today is we probably want to pick up from where a lot of us left off on Wednesday, possibly yesterday, regarding the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas, which resulted in the deaths of 19 kids and 2 teachers, and how devastating that was. A lot of what we've been talking about is still lingering on today. Also, I want to deliver my annual PSA for the summer because, well, as you know, it's summer. Summer's about to kick off with Memorial Day, and that means the weather's starting to get hotter, and that means I'm gonna wind up opening my wherever I get my news from, and I'm gonna see an article regarding a child being left in a hot car. Now, I have stats I want to bring. I want to get a discussion about that as well. But first, as always, I got to do a little house cleaning. So let's start this way. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Good to have you here. Please come back again. I'd love to have you. If you're trying to get in contact with Bethea's Byte and Bethea's Byte Reloaded, and you want to hit me up on Facebook, that's cool. You can hit me up on my personal Facebook page at The Last Outlaw 316. If that doesn't work for you, there's always my official Bethea's Byte Reloaded page on Facebook at Bethea's Byte Reloaded. What you want to do with that, either way, leave me a like, share this, comment. Let me know what's on your mind. If you're trying to reach me on Twitter, my handle is at EKB316. I'd love to get your comments that way. Leave a like, retweet, comment. Again, let me know what you're thinking. Your voice is valuable. That's why it's part of my slogan. To me, it's not really just a slogan. That's the way it is with me. Same here for YouTube. Drop me a like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell for future videos at user EKB316. That's where I am on YouTube. My own little corner of YouTube, that is. If you want to check out the message forum, come on. I'd love to have you. www.betheasbyte.com. Register, get logged in. Let's get in on the conversation and the investigation. And if you want to email me, that's great too. My address is kingofhearts316_09 But I ask you in all sincerity, please keep your comments clean. Keep them clean because they may be read live on the air. All right? Now that we got all that, we're settled in. First, let me get started here by catching up on the missing and upcoming trials that may have changed dates, like one I'm paying attention to. The Dennis Perkins trial. You remember that? Remember that nasty buzzard? The former sheriff's lieutenant out of Louisiana. Well, I was looking forward to his trial starting on the 9th, but I found out just recently that his trial has been moved to October 11th. So I got a nice long wait before I watch Dennis Perkins get the justice he deserves. Now let's see who we have missing here. Omari Usher is missing out of Paulding County, Georgia. The Paulding Sheriff's Office advises you to be on the lookout for a runaway juvenile, is how they're classifying him, a runaway juvenile. Omari Usher, 14-year-old black male, last seen in the area of Charles Hardy Parkway on May 27th, which was just yesterday. So taking a page out of Arctic Fox True Crimes Playbook. What's up, buddy? We're right in the thick of that crucial 48-hour window where we can try to find this young man and bring him home safe. It's saying if you have any information, you want to get in touch with the Paulding Sheriff's Office. Let's bring this young man home. Also, we have Olivia. She's 13 years of age. She's been missing for the last 10 days. Now, we all know that's not good. Olivia Lewis has been missing since May 18th out of Winter Haven, Florida. She's 13 years old, 5 feet tall, 104 pounds, with light brown hair, brown eyes. Guys, get in contact with the sheriff's office there in Florida, or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Let's get her back home as well. Still more to come. Oh, here's a note. The family of John Larson is offering a $5,000 reward for anyone with information to help locate him. He's been missing since April 27th. It's a month. A month. Let's find John Larson. Let's bring him home. Let's bring him home safe. If you have any information, get in contact with whatever authorities that you need to get in contact with. Get in contact with his family. Let's bring John home, okay? Let's see if I have any others I can drop in before I even want to put my 2 or 3 cents on what happened or what just happened on Wednesday. Here we go. This is out of Idaho. Michael Joseph Vaughn. Michael Joseph Vaughn is endangered missing. It was last seen wearing a light blue Minecraft t-shirt and black boxer briefs with lime green stitching with size 11 flip-flop sandals. He was last seen around Southwest 9th Street in Fruitland, Idaho. I'm gonna share this shot if I can. On the left side of your screen is the young man in question here. This is what he looks like. He's 3'7", 50 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, and the photo you're looking at is taken a month prior to his last seen date. If anybody has any information on on the whereabouts of Michael Joseph Vaughn, you're being asked to call the Fruitland Police Department dispatch at 208-642-6006 or email tips and leads to find Michael at fruitland.org. Let's find Michael. Let's bring him home safe. Because remember, he has been classified as endangered missing. Let's see if I can put in one more. Douglas Wayne Pierce is missing. Out of Vero Beach, Florida. Here's what they have is some circumstances and identifiers for Mr. Pierce. Douglas was staying with family in Vero Beach and stepped out back. He didn't return and was not located in the area. So family contacted the police. He has medical conditions and family are concerned for his safety. He was seen on video surveillance at a store in Vero Beach on the morning of April 29th, but has not been seen nor heard since. Douglas Wayne Pierce is 40 years of age. He stands 6 feet 2 inches, weighs 180 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. If you have any information, they want you to contact the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. The number there is 772-569-6700. 772-569-6700 or the tip line, We Help the Missing. That number is toll free, 866-660-4025. Or if you have any other contacts, leads, or whatever, visit wehelpthemissing.org or go to Facebook at We Help the Missing. Okay, that's it for the missing updates for the moment, I believe. Maybe not. Oh, this is about Olivia Lewis. Yeah, remember for all the cases I just mentioned a little bit ago. For all the cases I mentioned a little bit ago, you are the key to bringing these people home. So please keep an eye out. Call the authorities, and let's bring these people home safe. Now, let me truly speak my mind with what happened on Wednesday. What happened on Wednesday was a tragedy in its rawest form. How can 21 people die under the watch of Uvalde Police Department, and they have no way, nobody actually accepting responsibility for it. I made mention in a comment on Wednesday that no, actually it was just yesterday. I commented that there are numerous people who I can blame for this tragedy. And honestly, if anybody wants to say I'm wrong, I want you to refer to I want you to refer to a Ludacris album, a Ludacris track called "Blow It Out." But let me go ahead and say this. This is where I feel. Of course, the shooter's responsible. He went in. He had his AR-15s. He was all ready to go. He did what he was gonna do. So I do blame him. I also blame the teacher for whatever reason had to leave the had to leave the door open for anybody, much less a school shooter, to get in. So I blame her. I blame I blame Uvalde Police Department. Why? Simple. Okay, you had a few of them in there ready to confront the shooter. Why didn't you have all of them in there ready to confront the shooter? No, no, that's right. They're out there, they're out there policing the parents whose children are inside getting gunned down by the shooter. So yeah, I blame you guys. I blame you. But I also but um there are 535 others I blame, and they're sitting in high seats in Washington, D.C. That's our Senate and that's our House of Representatives. Yes, I blame all of you. Why? Because once again, we are back in the same cycle. It seems like almost every week or so, every week, we have a mass shooting. We have those politicians wishing their thoughts and prayers. The words gun control comes up. They talk about it for a little bit. Nothing gets done, and the cycle repeats itself. And then I get this. Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Texas Senator Ted Cruz had the unmitigated gall to blame mass shootings on prescription drugs, video games, and declining church attendance. Prescription drugs, video games, and declining church attendance. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've heard it all today. I've heard it all today. If you want to jump in on this, I'm leaving a link. Consider this link my invitation. Come on in. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you got to say, whether it's in the chat or whether it's in a panel discussion with me. But again, if there's anybody to blame other than the people I just mentioned and Ted Cruz, I'm saying this directly to you. It's you. Why? Let me repeat myself from earlier. We have a mass shooting. After the mass shooting, we hear from you clowns, which offering your thoughts and prayers. Then somebody says the magic words, gun control. Oh, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. You talk about it. And nothing gets done. And the cycle keeps repeating. This isn't about prescription drugs, Senator Cruz. And I use that term in the loosest possible way. This isn't about prescription drugs. This isn't about video games. And this isn't about declining church attendance. This is about you guys, all 535 of you. You 100 in the Senate and the 435 in the House of Representatives. All of you not getting together, coming up with a solution to keep these mass shootings from happening. Now, let me hit you with this. Arctic Fox on 2 different occasions hit me with this. In Canada, there are 0 mass shootings there as of late. In the United Kingdom, there has only been 12 mass shootings. We right now are on the cusp of getting over 200, and we're only nearing the end of May. We're nearing the end of May, and we're on the cusp of having over 200 mass shootings just this year alone. But this is all on prescription drugs, video games, and declining church attendance. If you believe that, I want to give you 50 cents. I want you to take that 50 cents and go over to Starbucks and get yourself a cup of coffee. Because you definitely need to wake up. I mean, I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer in prayer. Yes, I am. But without the action behind it, what good is it? We've got we have 19 children about to be buried. We have 2 teachers about to be buried. You know what I'm really seeing this as? I'm seeing this as 21 places at the dinner table missing. That's a couple of wives that can no longer hug their husband, tell them they love them. That's 19 children that can't go running to mommy or running to daddy. Because of a kid. And yes, I use the word kid because he was only 18. The shooter was 18. I use I use this I use the word kid because he was young. This kid decided he was gonna play God with AR-15 rifles. and take their lives. Every time I saw their faces on the news, network news, I barely mess with cable news nowadays. But I think I know which cable news station I'll be watching from now on, though. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But if I had it to do all over again, I probably wouldn't change a thing, because as far as I'm concerned, what he did was a true crime. Although he won't face justice here, that shooter will face justice. That's guaranteed. But as far as the 19 that were killed, it breaks my heart every time I see their faces on the TV screen. It hurts me to my core because nothing is being done about it. Nothing. And not while I'm heartbroken over that, it also burns me that no one is doing anything about it. And by no one, I'm talking about 535. Why why isn't the 535 doing anything about it? It's like we said Wednesday. Democrats block Republicans, Republicans block Democrats. Hello, wake up. Guess who loses in the end? Oh, no, no, sunshine. Sunshine, no, you're not blocked. Are you? Do you want to join me? No, I'm talking the block I'm talking about is how Democrats in the House and Senate are blocking Republicans, Republicans in the Senate, the House blocking Democrats, and it's silly, it's stupid. Which is okay. I understand. I understand, sunshine. I totally understand. If you feel like if you want to jump in, please, I'd be more than happy to have you. Kids or not. But seriously though, seriously, something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. And like like Arctic Fox said on Wednesday, it's time to stop all this posturing and one one party blocking another, one party blocks the other BS, and it's time to start working together. Yeah, I mean, it seems like we're only the United States of America in name only. Oh, oh, did that offend somebody? Oh, oh, then I guess being called rhino, you'll take being Republicans will take being called rhinos as a badge of honor, or Democrats will take the name Dino as a badge of honor, because they really don't know which side of the coin they really want to be on. Democrats want to act like Republicans. Republicans want to act like Democrats. How about God, yes, yes. I wanted to say the same thing. Sunshine hit the nail right on the head. If we don't stand together, we will fall alone. God knows that's the truth. Which is why I said just a second ago. It seems to me that especially in cases like this, we're only the United States of America in name only. How so? How so? Simple. Look at the map. Look at the map of the first 40 of the major 48 connected states. It's always one state connected to another, one state connected to another. But how far apart are her people? To the point of to the point of let's not no. Let's not follow what this one needs. Let's not follow this one's lead. This is no, let's not do this da. And again, we, the American people, lose. We lose. No matter we are okay. So the shooter's dead, right? So the shooter's dead. So what? There's a saying that goes like this. All it takes for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. And right now, love some or hate some, there are 535 people in Washington, D.C. right now who are doing absolutely nothing. They're just running their mouths, but nothing's getting done. And in the end, what's going to happen? We're about to go right back in that same cycle again. Call me Nostradamus if you want to, but I'm going to predict that about within the next couple of weeks to the next couple of months, we're going to be talking about yet another mass shooting. May not be in a school, but we're going to talk about yet another mass shooting. Lives will be lost, tears will be shed, thoughts and prayers are going to come from DC. Then they're going to talk about it, and once again, nothing gets done. And all that's going to do, see something, say something. Oh my God. Sunshine, I not only do I agree with you, but when it comes to true crime cases, and yes, this, as far as I'm concerned, this counts as a true crime. My, three of my mentors, Darkness Exposed, shout out to you. Arctic Fox, True Crime, shout out to you. Avery Shannon, shout out to you. Those three live, eat, breathe, and sleep that motto, and I'm following their lead. And to say that the government needs to go by that more than anyone, that's preached. That you might as well preach that to a 535 seat choir. Bottom line, something needs to be done, and sitting on your hands and doing nothing. Yeah, Uvalde police. I'm talking to some of you. Congratulations. You let evil prevail. You let evil prevail. How? You got 19 kids' blood on your hand. You have the blood of 2 teachers on your hand. Why? Because while a few of your colleagues are inside confronting the shooter, where are you? Detaining the parents? Wrong answer. You need to be accountable. To our senators and congressmen, you definitely need to be held accountable. I'm directing this part to the Senate. You have a bill sitting in front of you right now, and all it's doing is just sitting there, dying. Why? Because you just rather run your mouth and let it die. Meanwhile, the 19 kids, they can't speak. They can no longer speak. That's on you guys. How many more kids have to die? Or better yet, better yet, better yet, better yet, better yet. Or maybe you're just gonna wait until something happens to your kid, your niece, your nephew, your grandchild. Yeah, that sounds like a smart idea. Then that way you'll finally start or not just talking about it, but being about it. Hmm, let's see. Heartbreaking, I agree. Spend 6 hours a day looking up cases and creating content for kids and adults. Sad situations. It is. It is. I mean, like I said earlier, I see. I look at the news and I see the faces of those children, and it utterly tears my heart in two. It tears my heart in two. I can't. I can't help but cry sometimes over the fact that it keeps going on this way. The same cycle over and over and over again. When does it end? Somebody please let me know when this ends. Anyway, that's my take on the shooting in that's my take on the shooting in Texas. Before I hit my next, oh wait. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, you're saying you did a video on about ghost guns the next day. Open my feed and darkness exposes live with the shooting. Speechless. You're from Kentucky. Heath High, Graves High School. Scared friends I grew up with from it. I get it. I get it. In fact, just recently after after the shooting Wednesday here, one of the high schools near where I am had to go on lockdown because of a suspicious person. It's crazy. It's crazy. It boggles my mind how we as a country can go through 200 mass shootings in only what? Almost completed 5 months time, where other countries have no more than 12 a year. When somebody figures that out, please drop me a line. Facebook, Twitter, here on YouTube, email me, message form. If you have any any way to make sense of it all, please let me know. Before I hit my next topic, I got an active silver alert. Judy Mann from Lubbock, Texas, was last seen in the 6500 block of 88th Street in Lubbock at 4 o'clock in the morning local time. Judy is 76 years of age with gray hair, brown eyes. She stands 5'4", 140 pounds. She was last seen wearing a purple jacket. She utilizes a walker and a small oxygen tank. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Judy Mann, please get in contact with the Lubbock Police Department at 806-775-2865. Again, that's 806-775-2865. And yeah, to Sunshine's last comment on the shooting. Yes, and they don't shoot up schools. We're supposed to be the land of the free, not the land of the fear. Yeah, I agree. I gotta agree with you. But then again, also this is why we've mentioned it on Wednesday. We've got to get the AR-15s out of the hands of whoever's got them, and they're not supposed to have them. I mean, sure, I can see if the police has it. I can see if the military has it, but that's as far as it goes. Nobody needs an AR. No civilian needs an AR-15 or an AK-47 to hunt unless they're hunting human beings. Something to think about. Another thing to think about is the fact that it's summertime. Well, we're getting closer to it. In some places, the weather's saying one thing, and others it's really showing up. The weather's getting warmer, which means it's time for my annual reminder to parents. Parents, listen up closely, because I'm gonna say this, and I'll likely say this again next year, but I'm saying it now. I don't want to see or read about your child dying inside of a hot car. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Do not leave your child in a hot car. I've preached this. I preached this. I preached this. I preached this. Now I have to give you the facts and the numbers, and I want to make you think before you leave your child in a hot car. So stand by. I am pulling the numbers up. Give me one moment. Okay. Over 900 children. 900. No. Let me go. I can go ahead and give you the actual number. 912 children have died of heat stroke since 1998 because they were left or became trapped in a hot car. And here you go, sunshine. Before you get down, turn around. Always check the back seat. I'm in Florida. It's so sad. Yes, yes, that's the point I'm trying to make. It's important for everyone to understand that children are more vulnerable to heat stroke and that all hot car deaths are preventable. I don't care if you're a parent, a caregiver, or a bystander. We all play a role in helping to make sure another death doesn't happen. So what do? Let's start. First off, know the facts. A child's body temperature rises 3 to 5 times faster than an adult's. When a child is left in a hot vehicle, that child's temperature can rise quickly, and they can die just like that. Heat stroke begins when the core body temperature reaches about 104 degrees. Now, that's usually the type of temperature a child has when he or she has a fever, and that's something you want to prevent. A child can die when their body temperature reaches 107 degrees. Keep in mind, this is in a hot car. Last year, 2021, 23 children died of vehicular heat stroke. My opinion, that's 23 too many. Oh, it gets worse. In 2018 and 2019, the National Transportation Safety Association has saw a record number of hot car deaths. 53 children died each year. That's the most in at least 20. That's according to noheatstroke.org. 2018, 53 died. 2019, 53 died. Now, my basic arithmetic skills aren't that sharp, but if I counted it right, that's 106 in both years, which is 106 too many. So you're probably saying, okay, Outlaw, you giving us the facts. Now, how can we prevent it? Great question. Glad you asked. Here's the first thing you do. This is for all you parents and all you caregivers. First thing, you never leave a child in a vehicle unattended. This is what Sunshine 1979 just said. And you want to check the back. You always want to check that back seat. You never leave a child in a vehicle unattended, even if the windows are partially open or the engine is running and the air conditioning is on. You don't want to do that. Second thing, you make it a habit to check the entire vehicle, front and back, before you lock the door and walking away. Train yourself to park, look, lock, or always ask yourself, where's my baby? Third, you want to ask your child care provider to call if your child doesn't show up for care as expected. Fourth thing, place a personal item like a purse or briefcase in the back seat. That's another reminder to look before you lock. Write a note or place a stuffed animal in the passenger seat to remind you that a child is in the back seat. Common sense, right? Fifth, store car keys out of a child's reach and teach children that a vehicle is not a play area. Again, all common sense stuff. And this one's for everyone. This includes bystanders. You always secure your car. Lock your doors and your trunk year round. That way, children can't get into unattended vehicles. And this is especially for bystanders. Act fast, save a life. If you see a child alone in a locked car, get him out immediately and call 911. A child in distress due to heat should be removed from the vehicle as quickly as possible and rapidly cooled. Otherwise, I'll be hearing about that child on the news. So there you have it, folks. You should be ready for summer now. You should be ready to take you should be ready to take your child's safety in mind first. Let me put it to you this way. Last summer here in Oregon, we had we had a couple of days where the temperature was well over 100 degrees. Now, I want you to take that figure and think about this. Imagine your child in a hot car on that day. Yeah, I'm dead serious. 100 degrees outside on average. 100-degree day outside means your car is around 120. Now think of your child. Your child is literally cooking in the back seat of that car. How fast do you think it'll take for you to run in, leave your child, come back to find out that your child is dead? Yeah, something to think about, isn't it? This is not the way you want to spend your summer. And the reason I do this year round, every year I should say, I'm literally trying to save you guys. I'm literally trying to save you guys. I'm literally trying to save the life of your child and to make it worse, I'm trying to save you from catching a court case. Think about it. The last place you want to be is inside of a courtroom facing charges of child neglect, neglectful homicide, leaving a child in a hot car will definitely have that result. So again, pay attention. Pay attention to your surroundings in the car. If you have a little something in the front seat, that's a reminder for you to check the back seat. If you leave your purse or your briefcase in the back seat, that's a reminder for you to check the back seat. You don't want to leave your child in the car. That's it. That's all I got for that. Let me get ready to wrap this up. I've done. I've put in it. I put in hours work, if you want to call it work. But I have another missing person out of Providence, Rhode Island. 36-year-old Jose Silva. Jose is has Jose has long, straight brown hair and a ponytail, several tattoos on his arm. Last seen wearing a brown jacket, jeans, and black sneakers. Police believe he may be in the West End neighborhood of Providence. He's 36 years old. Last seen April 24th. Stands 5'9", 180 pounds. Brown hair, brown eyes. They ask you, as always, if you've seen him or you have any information to Jose's whereabouts. They ask you to get in contact with the Providence Police Department. The number is 401-272-3121. Or the We Help the Missing tip line at 866-660-4025. And thank you, Sunshine 1979. I try my best. I have I have Darkness Exposed, Arctic Fox True Crime, and Avery Shannon to thank for being that kind of force to get me involved in the true crime community. Not just on true crime, not just on criminal trials, but missing persons as well. The silver alert for Judy Mann out of Lubbock, Texas, has been discontinued. If that means that must, I'm praying that's good news that she's been found safe. We're still looking for Harmony Montgomery. If anybody has any whereabouts, please contact authorities and let's bring Harmony home. We have another discontinued silver alert for Pat Wester from Farmers Branch, Texas. Again, I'm praying that's good news. There's police searching for missing Haywood siblings Rosie and Bethea, Germany. And this is some MSN articles before I wrap things up. So I want everybody to pay attention to this as best I can. Police say Bethea and Rosie, Germany were last seen in their home in Hazelwood. Rosie is 11 years old, 4 feet 6 inches tall, has brown hair and brown eyes. Bethea is described as 13 years old, 5 feet 4 inches tall, black hair and brown eyes. If anybody has any information on their whereabouts, they're asked to call this number, 412-323-7141. It's 412-323-7141. Let's find these two siblings. Let's bring these two home safe and sound. And I've got one more before I likely leave this in the hands of the best in the business here. Amory Lloyd, aka Delta. Amory was last seen wearing the hoodie in this picture that I'm going to share to the screen real quick. There you go. This is her. She was wearing a hoodie in the picture, a black backpack, possibly a black hat displaying Japanese kanji on the front and anime characters on the bill, as you see in the picture. Amory is 14 years of age, short bleached blonde hair with brown roots, blue eyes, standing 5'4", 110 pounds. She was last seen May 25th between 1 and 1:15. The last known location was on the corner of St. Ames Street and West Virginia Avenue bus stop. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Amory, please, whatever you do, contact the Lakewood Police Department, area code 303-980-7300. Again, 303-980-7300. And that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for me. Again, thank you so much for listening to me rant. Thank you for taking the time out to join me here at Bethea's Byte Reloaded. Again, you guys are the ones that's making this thing run. You guys are the ones that make this thing run, and I plan on keep on running as long as you will allow me to. So, again, thank you so much. Let's do this again. Let's do this again next time. I will be back. Hopefully, I'll have other people on here with me, and we'll keep this thing locked and reloaded. Get it? So until next time, again, as always, thank you so much for watching. And until we do this again, you all know what to do. Bite this. Hey guys, this is The Last Outlaw. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Bethea's Byte Reloaded. Be sure to follow Bethea's Byte all over social media. Follow me on Facebook at The Last Outlaw 316 or on the Bethea's Byte Reloaded page at Bethea's Byte Reloaded. Follow me on Twitter at EKB316. I'd love to hear from you there. On YouTube at user/EKB316. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for future videos. Hit me up on the message forum at www.betheasbyte.com. Register, log in, get in on the conversation and the investigation. If email is your thing, drop me a comment there. My address is kingofhearts316_09 at outlook.com. This is your home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served. This is Bethea's Byte.